What's up, guys? Kool-Aid here. Today I got some Bad Company 2 gameplay. It's been a while. I apologize for the guys who subbed me because of my Bad Company 2. I know I picked up a few subs when I went on my little Bad Company 2 spree there a few weeks back, and I promised some more BC2 footage. It's just been rough lately with all the games out. I mean, between Guild Wars, PlanetSide 2, Armored Kill coming out, and now Borderlands 2. Just had a lot on my plate as far as games go, but I promise I will continue to occasionally put out some BC2 footage. This is actually a couple weeks old, but this is obviously I'm going to be playing Recon. I'm going to be spamming a lot of C4. That's primarily why I loved Recon so much in Bad Company 2 compared to Battlefield 3. You know, it's not even comparable. You throw in the motion balls, and Bad Company 2 Recon is just so much fun. Unfortunately, I didn't really play a lot of Bad Company 2 Recon when I went on my little Bad Company kick, but this was probably the only game that I actually played Recon the entire match, and I actually got in this game late. But anyways, I don't have a lot to talk about, but I do want to kind of rant a little bit about a few gripes I'm having with the Battlefield community. And a lot of it pertains to Call of Duty. And let me just say that I don't play Call of Duty, but I spend a lot of time sticking up for Call of Duty. One thing that the main reason that actually I'm talking about this today, and it Recon kind of put this in my head, is because I've done a couple of Recon montages within the last few months. One of them a couple weeks ago, and I titled it, "This is, quote, aggressive Recon," unquote, because there's a big group, or not really a big group anymore, but there is a group of Battlefield players that have a big problem with aggressive Recon. To be honest with you, I don't like labeling anything as aggressive because I play every class aggressively, and I don't call, when I play Assault, I don't call it aggressive Assault. When I play Engineer, I don't call it aggressive Engineer. So I just threw the quotes on there because, it is labeled as that to a lot of people. And I knew if I call it aggressive Recon, I would get some a lot of different opinions on it, and because a lot of people in the Battlefield community don't like the whole aggressive Recon thing. They think that if you're playing Recon, you're using a bolt action, you should be posted up in a building somewhere. And that mentality is just stupid in my opinion. If you want to play that way, do it. To be honest with you, bolt actions in this game were designed to actually be played that way. But that is why it is so much fun for me and a lot of other people to use them in a quote-unquote aggressive manner. It is more of a challenge. It is, to me, the hardest main weapon type to use in the game to actually play in that fashion. That is why it's fun. That is why people like to watch it and people like to make videos about it. But I mean, if you choose to sit in a corner and camp with your bolt action, more power to you. I might call you a camper, but to be honest with you, and I think anybody's going to have a hard time disagreeing with this, playing aggressively takes a lot more skill than sitting there and sniping somebody out of a corner while nobody's shooting back at you. Another comment that I get a lot is quickscoping or being a COD noob for quickscoping. Well, to be honest with you, I never started quickscoping anything until I started playing Bad Company 2. I know that took place in Call of Duty a lot, and I know it kind of got popular in Call of Duty, the whole quickscoping thing, but not for me. I never hardly sniped in Call of Duty. To be honest with you, I just didn't like it. Mostly, I snipe in Bad Company 2 because of the C4, and I mean, it is more of a challenge, honestly. When you start getting good at the game, you get a little bored. You want to start using all the kits. That's really why I do the Recon montages on Battlefield 3. It is my least played kit by far, so I'm not trying to stick up for Recon players or whatever. It really is the hardest kit to actually play aggressively, and the whole quickscoping thing, especially in Battlefield. If you are going to be playing Recon aggressively, if you're going to be capping objectives, you need to kill people quickly. You need to scope in a quick fashion and shoot them before they shoot you. So if you aren't quick scoping, you're probably just dying, and chances are you suck. So I don't understand how people can have any sort of gripe with quick scoping. It's not some like cheater advantage or anything like that. It's just shooting you faster while using a bolt action. So honestly, for people that have any problem with using quick scoping, I can't really even justify arguing with you more than I just did right now. Another gripe, and this has to do with the whole whole Call of Duty thing, which I just mentioned, is the term Call of Duty noob gets thrown around way too loosely, and this is what I mean by I spend a lot of time defending Call of Duty, even though I don't play it anymore. I'll be honest with you, when I first started playing Bad Company 2, one of my major gripes was all the people camping. Now I hear so many people being called Call of Duty noobs in Battlefield for camping. Well, I'll be 100% honest with you. You might not believe this or not, but even though I love Battlefield, I don't play Call of Duty. I would say that there are way more campers in Battlefield. And I know people are going to get mad at me for saying that. But the thing is, a lot of people that say this about Call of Duty have never even played Call of Duty. That's one big thing that bothers me about it. Or at least haven't played in years. But for anybody to say that there aren't a ton of campers in Battlefield, Bad Company 2 or Battlefield 3, you're just fooling yourselves, honestly. So it's the whole term Call of Duty noob gets thrown around way too loosely. People use that as a slam for basically any type of player they don't like in Battlefield. I've heard it be called for camping. I've heard people call it for playing too aggressively, for playing as a lone wolf, what have you. For pretty much anything, and it just annoys the hell out of me. Can't you play Battlefield and still not play Call of Duty, but still say it's a good game? I mean, I don't play Team Fortress, but I'm not going to say Team Fortress sucks just because I don't play it. I honestly think Call of Duty is a good series. If that's what you want to, if that's what you're into. If it's less realistic, I'm not trying to say Battlefield's the most realistic game on the market, but it is way more realistic than Call of Duty. It offers way more maps, but if you're into smaller maps, just all about gunplay, Call of Duty might be a great series for you. So the whole having to battle it out between the two is just stupid, and I'm like I said, I'm just going on a rant here. That's pretty much gonna finish it for me. I do have a kind of a funny story from last night, and this is just to kind of prove how dumb some people can be. We're playing TDM, and dude was bitching in chat about how bad the admins were on this TDM server because they weren't fixing the spawns. I mean, he was literally pissed because the admins weren't fixing spawns that they have no control over whatsoever, unless something's changed that I don't know about. But then when somebody finally got mad at him for saying this over and over in chat, somebody told him to shut the fuck up. Admins have no control, and he answered by calling them a baboon, which I actually LOL'd about. But I mean, the guy was just insistent that was had nothing to do with DICE. It had all to do with the admins. But anyways, that's all I got. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what gripes you have. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.